Good day, friends. It is me, HLModTech, and I am back with another 3D printing project. So let's get cracking.
Hey everybody, we are back with the X4 Pro doing a print, and we have a catastrophe. The little arm snapped. So I'm going to build a new one in Tinkercad, and let's get this fixed.
All right, so when we lay it this way, we have got 40 millimeters. And if we spin it around, that is 15 millimeters. And let's tip it this way so we can get this measurement. As you can see, that is 20 millimeters. Real quickly, let's check the hole. The center of that hole is at the 10 millimeter mark. And finally, this last one happens at the 15 millimeter mark. So to fix that part, we're going to use Tinkercad. Typically, you hit Create 3D Design. I've already done that though, so let me click Tinker this. This is my finished part. It is already on the printer, and I'm printing my next project already. Let me show you how easy it is to build. Bringing out a rectangle or a solid shape is as simple as that, and then we should type the numbers. Right now, I'm going to put a 1 over here. I'm going to leave the steps at 10. I want the length to remember to be 40. I want the width to be 15, and I'm going to set the height to 3. We're going to make this a little more robust than the 2 that was there before. We need this piece right here. Check this out. I'm going to just do Control D, and I'm going to change the measurements. So this length is going to be 3. Notice now it's crazy skinny and right here. We'll fix that in a moment. The 15 width is perfect, but remember this piece needed to be 20 high. You can see we've just created that. The next trick I want you to see, select 2 shapes, and we're going to do L for align, click the one we want to be the boss, and I want to move it to the back. Also, it could have been centered, but because that's gray, it proves it already is centered. We have just made the base shape. Now this part is completely grouped. Watch this. If I do Control D, I can move it away and I can ungroup it. So you can see the hole that was created. I made it 4.5 on a side. And then if we click right here, you can see that this is a combined shape as well. It is just circles with a rectangle in the middle. Now we did want to get the measurements right. Watch this trick. Bring out the ruler, put it on a corner, click your pieces. So I've got those 2. And then note the measurements. This is telling us that the shape was 1 millimeter away. If I press 0, that snaps perfect. If I change this to 0, now that snaps in place. That is going to help us line up our cylinder. Let's start by bringing out a cylinder hole. Notice right now the sphere is on top. I'm going to click away to cancel that green window. I'm going to show you that if we click the sphere and hit D to drop, now it's ready to cut. Now we also want the sphere to be smoother, so let's take the sides and max them out. And we need to make that size 4.5. This is one of my favorite tricks, but we have to close the ruler to do it. So I'm going to dismiss the ruler. I'm going to click on that shape, and I'm going to shift stretch it or shrink it to whatever size I want. But then I'm going to type 4.5. That snaps everything to that exact same spot. Let's build this part super quick as well. Once again, bring out a cylinder, maximize the circles. Let's do shift shrink or grow to whatever size you want. But then we're going to type 4 and press enter. We need 2 of these, so we're going to do Control D. I'm going to just use the arrows to move it across. And let's bring out a rectangle. Notice this time I brought out a solid, but I'm going to switch it to a hole. Just showing you that that is possible. We can also move these with the black handles. Notice if you use the black handles, it goes in one direction, so it's real easy to get that 4. I can also move these into place. If I select L for align and I decide that I want this little one to be the boss, it's real easy to get that middle lined up. As you can see, it is lined up. I got a real cool trick for lining these up. Let's first get the height correct though. Now we are going to switch to orthographic view, which is straight over top. And if we hit top view, you can see how that black handle is so easy to line up our shape and create that complex part. Once again, Control G is group. If we click that shape and do C for cruising, it gives us a handle that allows us to drop it exactly where it goes, right on that work plane. Now we can grab all 3 of those items and do L for align, make the red one the boss, and bingo, put it in place. I'm going to return to the perspective view because I like this for most of my work. We're going to bring out that ruler and put it right on that corner. And we want this one to be 10 millimeters down. Now to make this happen, we need to switch to midpoint and see this 4.45. We just need to make it 10 and press enter. Notice the 7.5 was already set perfectly, and that is in place. I want to show you this handle right here for adjusting this. I want this number right here to be 15 and press enter. At this point, we simply need to push this back through so it'll cut. I'm going to shut off the ruler to do that. Now I can just use the arrow keys to make sure it pops out on both sides. There you can see it. And finally, let's bring out the awesome little wedge to add some supports. I'm going to cruise it right on. I'm going to make it a bit thinner. You can pick whatever numbers you want for this, or of course you can just use the part that I have shared. I'm going to move it back into place. Let's do one final L for a line. And bingo, our part is created. I'm going to do a final Control G to group it. To send it to your 3D printer for printing, you simply hit Export and choose STL. And then I save mine to my 3D printing folder. Hit save and bingo, we're ready to fix the 3D printer. Friends, I hope you enjoyed the tutorial and can see the value of learning Tinkercad to do your 3D modeling. Friends, before I wrap up, I do want to remind you about my website, HLModTech.com. I've got a page dedicated to Tinkercad with tons of amazing categories. Before that, you'll find the day one favorites, the useful starters, and the Tinkercad essentials. Down in the bottom right hand corner, you'll find a sweet built-in messaging tool. You can click that button, add your question, comment, or suggestion, and reach me almost instantly. Finally, friends, I do also want to recommend the link to the Tinkercad community Discord. As you can see, there are a boatload of users, and it's a fantastic place to talk everything Tinkercad. Finally, friends, if you enjoyed the video, please give it a like. Please also hit that share button so more people can learn about HLModTech. Of course, friends, you absolutely make my day if you take time to leave a comment down below. And if you haven't subscribed yet, what are you waiting for? Smash that subscribe button. And last but not least, hit that notification bell if you want to be the first to know when there's a brand new video from me, HLModTech. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.